people stay in their homes and perhaps bring in new buyers to strengthen up the housing market in general. But market forces will have their way, and real estate went down.
Okay, Damon, Jack Lew, of course, is going to go through the confirmation process and all that. He's really a career, bureaucrat and academic, and only did a short stint in a business, couple years, 06, 07 to 08 at Citi, and presided over the alternative investments division at a time when derivatives were losing billions of dollars. So his one foray into the financial markets was a money-losing proposition. This sounds a little bit scary to me.
Well, I'm sure he's a Democrat. Let's start there. Well,
no-brainer.
So, along with Kerry and all that. But I mean, look, you've got to look at the time at hand. It's very easy for me. I mean, I'm more Republican in my viewpoints than anything else, and it's easy to hit Obama over the head or any of these things. But any Western economy right now, globally, is faced with very similar circumstances. So while it's easy to hit Obama over the head or any one of these leaders, they're all kind of in the same boat together. Lew is going to echo the agenda of the Obama administration, which is to shower the electorate, the general public, with Novocaine that feels good, and to diminish the pain of unemployment and displacement of jobs and labor in the Western economies.
Damon, you know, when you go through these confirmation hearings on Capitol Hill, something is starting to become obvious to me. You tell me if I'm reading between the lines the wrong way, but when you take a Chuck Hagel, right, and somebody dredges up terms he used in the past, like the Jewish lobby, which can be an innocuous term, a lot of people on Capitol Hill go nuts about that, and yet you haven't heard that kind of vitriol about positions like Jack Lew or, Mary Jo White, who's supposed to go into the, take over the helm of the SEC. You get this impression that lawmakers really don't understand markets themselves. Fair or unfair?
I think you nailed it. I don't think I don't think we have. They're politicians. Politicians get elected by fulfilling the desires of the majority. We're at a time globally, and I don't know how you feel about this, but we're kind of at a very interesting time where the majority of the electorate in the United States, in the West, is controlling elections. They are the unions. They are the entitled class. They are the displaced labor force that has been displaced by Asia. Not condemning anybody here, but it has happened. It is happening. It's ongoing. And these countries, the United States, France, Italy, Spain, are printing money and pandering to that electorate. We're at a time where the majority is controlling the nation's pocketbooks, and the majority is wrong. They don't know a thing about economics, but they don't like the way it feels, so they print money.
Damon, what's going to happen in the months to come? I know they put out the debt ceiling negotiations for now, but I read it as a ploy on the part of the GOP, because the GOP is bruised right now. Republicans are fractured and factionalized right now. You know what's going to happen between now and when the new deadline is? There's going to be an element of sequestration come in. There are going to be automatic spending cuts that come in. That's going to hit the Defense Department a little bit, which is anathema to the GOP, but it's going to show what can happen if the Dems don't accommodate a little bit. This seems like a very clever move on the part of the Republicans to me that most of the people in the lamestream media haven't picked up on.
Do you really think that there's, I mean, let's stop with the premise that there is any debt ceiling at all. There is no ceiling. There's only an never-ending, infinite supply of ink and paper and like that. So I don't think there's going to be any sequestration or cuts of anything like it all. You made a good point about how the Republicans are. I don't know who caught the video of Boehner there at the inauguration with Obama and his wife, but it looked painful.
Yeah, well, he was apparently asking him whether he had time for a smoke or something. That's what I heard on the blogs. Who knows what goes on. Damon, thanks. Have a good one.